So the ashing has stopped. You can see there's soot on the top of the crucible, and that's the carbon from the paper on the inside. I'm going to lift this up, and hopefully it won't flame up too much. Yeah, good. And you can see what's left on the inside, and you can see like crystallized carbon chunks on the inside of the lid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set that aside up here, or to the side, or you can also do like I did here. You can set it down like that, less chance of it falling. And now what we have to do is we have to work on getting this to burn away completely. So what I'm going to do is turn the crucible on its side in the triangle so the bottom is sitting flat on that wire, if you can get it there. And you can see how it's glowing now. That glow comes from air being trapped by the flame and sucked in because the crucible is no longer like aerodynamic to the flame. So air can now come into the crucible, and slowly that paper that's in there will disappear. You can see also that the heat from the flame is cleaning off the carbon that was on the outside of the crucible. And really it's just helping the carbon, that black deposit of carbon, to burn completely with the air and the atmosphere. You can see that the sample on the inside continues to get smaller. We do have some black specks up around here. Let's see if I can get the crucible to come into focus. Yeah, up around here. So what you do to get to those, again, warm up your crucible tongs a little bit, and then you can turn this. That also helps to expose a new side to the material, and that'll slowly burn away. Now, I didn't have a sample in this crucible when I did it. Okay, so what you're seeing there is just pure filter paper, and in principle what should happen to that is it should completely disappear as the combustion process completes. When you are sort of smelling what it smells like, you'll notice it smells a little bit like burnt sugar, and that's because paper is made of cellulose, and cellulose is a polymer of sugar. Glucose. Overall, it hasn't been 10 minutes since I started heating, so this whole process with the sample in there takes a little bit longer, but should take no more than about 20 minutes. I think I just missed it, but there were some black residue at the bottom, and I'm heating the bottom of the crucible now. All right, zoomed in too much. I'm heating the bottom of the crucible directly, and that's what's helping some of this material that's at the bottom to burn away. Now, it might not be possible to get everything because there will always be a little bit of residue left. Ideally, you don't have any, but in practice there's always some that sort of sticks around. So we're going to heat it and try to get rid of it. What we're looking at may be just some residue that might not go away, and this is again not that unusual for experiments like this. It's pretty hot, there's plenty of air, so a little bit of residue that doesn't leave. So I would say that's probably done. Remember, there was the size of the paper that was in there before was like that, and it's almost completely gone. It should add very little, the residue should add Very little mass to our sample. So that's what it looks like. You'll notice how cleanly that all burned off. I didn't try tilting it. I knew that there was material on the edges, but I also knew that while I was heating it, that those edges would get hot enough so there wouldn't be any residue left on the sides. So now we just have to let it cool.